Well, good morning from Ultra Football in Melbourne for day 2 of the Australian Grand Prix. You didn't get to hear my voice yesterday, but my name is Benji Batten. I have had the pleasure of putting on this tournament and organising it over the past year, and it's very exciting to be able to bring our action here in Melbourne to you all over the world. Team's event today, opening match between the Tumbleweeds, who are a fist of club largely comprised of players from Western Sydney Subudio, taking on the Northern Phoenix, who are based in Melbourne. Scoreboard and lineups, currently 1-each, very tight game. Tim Fokos leads Nathan Hurd 1-0. Nick Brill trails Christos Gatagunis, captain of the Phoenix team, by a goal to nil. Tumbleweeds captain Adrian Elmer is locked in a 0-0 grip with Beth Everly of the Northern Phoenix. And in the final game, Frank Kozarin, quarterfinalist from yesterday, takes on Paul Mercer, barrage qualifier yesterday, 0-0. Very tight game, and a game that has good repercussions. 4 teams in the group today, so every match is very important to try and qualify for that final. Our feature game features Tim Fokos against Nathan Hurd, who is debuting in his first Grand Prix. Had a good outing yesterday morning. He played against Elliot Kennedy, Adrian Elmer, I believe, as well. No, that's a different group. Danielle Lombard, Adrian Connolly, and Elliot Kennedy yesterday. And it's given a good old crack here against young Tim this morning. I'm joined in the technical production studio by the imitable duo of Louis and Steve Tetry, who bring these amazing scenes of high quality images to you each year. Each year the setup just gets that bit bigger and bigger. We've got some massive tripods in the venue, giving you some good hype over the action. And we've got 4 teams in action today, and we also have a separate individual event taking place, the ATFA President's Cup, featuring 9 players from across 3 countries also taking place. Coming into the commentary booth is newly elected ATFA President Elliot Kennedy. Elliot, your first GP as the official presider, as around us a series of Tim Fokos looked like he had a good goal there, free kick. We're laughing as around us a team of Paul Eyes 3D ref bases have gone flying, sending the commentary booth into chaos. Elliot, your first GP as the presider of the ATFA. How have you found this weekend? You can grab a seat if you want. How have you found this weekend, Elliot?
Tremendous. I've tried not to let the pressure get to me, Benji, but it hasn't been easy. No, seriously, it's been great, and another wonderful tournament here at Ultra Football Melbourne. You and the other guys have done a really great job organising it all, and everyone's enjoyed it. Great spirit.
Definitely. It's a great organising team. Myself, Adrian Connolly, Paul XL Mercer has done all the scheduling, and Beth Everly's been a huge help with the setup. Nathan Urbaniak, table transport. Oh, shot on here.
Oh. And you've even organised the weather as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been very mild.
It's been very nice without being too hot, because there's no aircon in here, so we would have been panicking. And that's the half, the sounds of this. Half time there. Well, if we go to the scoreboard, it's not quite the SEN Mitsubishi Electric scoreboard, but we've got the Ozflick scoreboard here. And it's the Tumbleweeds who are 2-1 up. There was a late goal from Adrian Elmer in that half. You can see the vision there. Beth, no doubt, a bit frustrated to have conceded late on, and that really opens it up. If the Phoenix are going to take points here, it's going to come from Mercer in the second half. That's the big pressure game. We'll see you very shortly for the second half, while I bring into commentary Sydney Table Football Club's Danielle Lombard. Danielle, good to have you in Melbourne this weekend.
Thank you. Good to be here.
How did you get on yesterday in the games?
Yesterday, I don't think it was my day yesterday, but I still enjoy it.
Who did you play yesterday?
So I got the first game straight against Elliot, which is, probably not the best one you want to have after the flight at 6 a.m. and I flew in the morning, couldn't sleep much the night before, but it was okay. I mean, it was a good day. I enjoy it. Hopefully today gets a bit better.
Yes, so you're playing, who's in your group this morning?
I'm not too sure because I was late again, believe it or not. Those Italian restaurant last night was awesome. I went to the Sushi Mango restaurant in Lygon Street.
Shout out to the Sushi
The Sushi Mango. And I gotta say, it's one of the best Italian food I had. So
that's high praise coming from.
this is off topic.
No, it's good. It's what the people who are watching this and are going to come to Melbourne next year need to know
Yes,
where they're
and believe it or not, the actually guy from Sushi Mango, Sam, was there, and because a friend of mine that he knows him, because I visit often to the restaurant he works, and it was really fun. He sat down with the table with us with this picture. We doing all the Italian gestures. It was good.
Friends in high places.
Yeah, but hopefully today gets better.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome, yeah. Between, I think, you and Vikas are probably the two favourites to go far. There's a prize. The winner gets a turtle goalkeeper that says "at for President's Cup." So that's a good prize on stay.
I'm looking forward to put my hands on that trophy. Yeah.
Amazing, fantastic. Thanks for joining us, Danielle. The Northern Phoenix have made a substitution. It looks like Nathan Hurd has been subbed out, and George Theoharis is going to make his debut for the Phoenix. Okay, start at 5.
Well, we'll have the massage.
Hold up. Benji, restart. Restart.
Liz, he's lost his focus. Oh, right. George Theoharis.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the second half of the teams event. We've now got a sub on for Western Phoenix. Northern Phoenix, and so George Theoharis has come on. He's only been playing the game for about 2 months, so he's really been tossed into the deep end, but he's enjoying the vibe here at the venue, and so he's playing against young gun from Sydney, Tim Fokos, and he's there's a shot on from Tim here. And a save. Okay, not the best shot from Tim. Tim's one of the young guns from the Western Sydney Subidio Club. there's 2 or 3 players who from the club who have come through Adrian Elmer's school. He has a competition of 40 to so players, and Tim is one of the bright young stars from the team, so from the school, and has been playing in a few of our WASPA events in Sydney, and played in last year's Grand Prix.
Looks like there's been a goal here. Oh, Phoenix goal. Ursa goal. Game on. 2-2.
I'll let you take over.
Alright. Returning to the commentary position. Myself, Benji Batten. 2 each. Very tightly poised. Second half.
So who are we missing now?
Looking at the scoreboard, 2 each. Paul Mercer, a goal up against Frank Kozarin. Elmer leads Beth Everly. Christos leads Nick Brill, and Focus leads Nathan Hurd. So it doesn't get much harder than this. Goals across any of the tables will be big. Speaking of goals, possible. It's great to see George Harris making his debut. He's been playing with us at the Northern Phoenix Club over the last year, and it's been quite an introduction to be thrown on in a team's event in the second half. So it's such a tightly poised match. It's such a tightly poised match. Safety first there from George, getting up the other end. The question is, will Tim keep his composure? I mean, he just needs to protect a 1-goal lead, and I feel like that's quite safe. But the question is, who across the tables is going to be able to get an equalising goal? It looks like, I would think that Frank against Paul is the key one. Great goal there from John Focus over on the individual tables. I suspect one of his first goals for the weekend. That's great to see. We love to see it. But yes, Christos and Nick Brill is the other one. I believe Christos is currently 1 up, and that's very tightly poised too. So key matches there: Paul Mercer and Frank Kozarin, and Christos and Nick Brill. I would think Elmer's going to hold on to his lead over Beth, and I would think that Tim is probably looking the goods here against George. But those are the 2 key matches we're going to keep an eye on as the last 11 or so minutes of action unfolds here at Ultra in Melbourne. Shout out to some of our international viewers. I saw Zach Walker was watching on Facebook. I had the pleasure of playing with Zach over 10 years ago in Denver, in Colorado, and I was left so inspired that I wanted to start up the Asian Cup, and that was 10 years ago here in Melbourne. We had our first Asian Cup of table football, and the Australian Grand Prix was also then. And 10 years later now, if you look at that, well, 10 years later we've got, this is the 10th edition of the Australian Grand Prix, and we've had several Asian Cups, including the next one is in October this year at the Sydney Ultra Football venue, where we're going to have the Asian Cup of Table Football, October in Sydney. So that's the next big one for players after this weekend. But for now, all eyes are on the prize. 4 teams battling it out for the team's title at the Australian Grand Prix, and 9 players battling it out for the title of the ATFA President's Cup champion. Shot on here for Tim Focus. What can he do? Oh, good save there from George Theo Harris. Shot on here from Tim Focus. If he can get a player behind it. The press is getting to young Tim, but he has got the lead, so that might be enough. good, healthy crowd of onlookers at the Ultra Football Complex come down to do some weekend football shopping and being exposed to the great game of Subbuteo table football alongside it. The scoreboard is being amended. We're going to go to that now. Alright, and we've got the scoreboard back. It's now 2-1 to the Tumbleweeds. I'm trying to see if there's been a different goal. There has. It's because Nick Brill has equalised against Christos Garagunas. These guys are much better than me. They don't scream when they score. So here we go. That's now the Tumbleweeds in the lead. 2-1 to 7:45 on the scoreboard. Oh, what a goal there from Tim Fokos. A nice chip, and that puts him 2-0 up in his game. It's been a good few minutes here for the Phoenix. And the scoreboard stays 2-1, but it means the key games are now if Beth Everly can get an equaliser against Adrian Elmer, and if Christos Garagunas can get another winner against Nick Brill to go 2-1 up, it'd be much needed. Okay, and scoreboard updated. We're back alive here. Current score is 2-1 with 5 minutes 37 on the clock. The key games to watch will be whether Christos Garagunas can get a late winner against Nick Brill, and whether Beth Everly can get an equaliser against Adrian. The game closest to us is Tim versus George. On the left of your screen, Beth against Adrian Elmrod, your near left. On your far left is Nick Brill against Christos Garagunas, and on your far right is Paul Mercer against Frank Kozarend. It's a nice full picture of the four matches going on. This is quite a nice shot there as we go. 5 minutes to go. You can see the action, because the real action, the games that count, are the far two tables, and I'll try and do a bit of calling from distance, because we've got Focus selects to play on here. So here we go, 4 minutes 18 on the clock. The pressure is on really, well, I'd say three games where Phoenix players got a lift. It's Beth Everly, who's a goal down against Adrian. I think she's had a really good chance there. That would have been a good one to get in. If Beth Everly and Paul Mercer can score, and Christos Garagunas can score, that would be a big result. A goal to either of them would tie up the match. It's currently 2-1 overall. You get 1 point for winning a match. You get 0 if it's a draw. So if Beth scored a goal, it would bring the score back to 1 each. If Christos scored, it would bring it to 2-2. So 3 minutes 30, and we've got to see if either of those can find a goal. Meanwhile, focus on the nearby table. Might go 3 up here. Theo Harris getting the defending in. Focus with the shot. Oh, great save by George Theoharis. His goalkeeper has earned his keep today. But I follow the action here on the far tables. Nick Brill looks to have the ball in his attacking area. He's got a throw-in and advanced space. So Christos needs a goal, but the ball's at the wrong end of the pitch with 3 to play. Similar situation with Adrian Elmer on the attack against Beth. So the Phoenix, the players who need goals, do not have the ball and do not have the ball where they want it to be. But on that note, Adrian just missed the ball. Beth put the ball in the back attacking half. So possible chance for her to build it up on her table. Nick Brill still on the attack against Christos Garagunas though. Meanwhile, Paul still leads Frank 1-0, but if Frank could get an equaliser, that would really ram this home for the Tumbleweeds. Good shot there from Nick Brill, but goes wide. Looks like it's a corner. Yes. So he keeps the ball he wants, and Elmer has the ball again against Beth. But another uncharacteristic miss there from Adrian. Beth carries on. Meanwhile, back on the show table, Tim Focus playing with his McLaren F1 team on the attack. Good block there from George. Beth trying to move the ball up against Adrian. Here we go, and a free kick and an attacking space there for Tim Focus.
Good game, close in the end.
Jeff Sermai joining me on commentary.
How are you doing?
We've got 1 minute to go here.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, exciting.
We only need to speak nice and softly into the mic because nice and close to us. Here we go. 2-1.
Got to make sure that you turn its direction.
2-1. Here we go. A minute to go. Very tightly played. Track us on the scoreboard, Louis. Still 2-1. Goals needed from Beth or Christos. Neither of them have the ball. And Adrian with a shot. Beth has a goal kick. 45 seconds to go. No, it's a corner to Adrian. This is the drama of the team event.
Extraordinary skill being demonstrated in this area, and yet moments of tension which cause mistakes, and it's the errors which could bring a dramatic finale.
But at the moment, the ball is not where. 30 seconds to go.
Ooh, the slightest of touches, but the opportunity's still there.
This could be number 3 here. As the time ticks down, the ball is not where the Phoenix players need it. It's looking likely for the Tumbleweeds. 10 seconds to go. The ball is not looking good. As the time ticks out, this is going to be an historic victory for the Tumbleweeds. And that's the game.
Tumbleweeds roll into victory.
Oh, I love that, Jeff. In their first game as a festive team, it's a dream start. 1 game, 1 win. A 2-1 win overall. Tim Focus beating Nathan Hurd / George Theoharis 2-0.
Extraordinary work by the young man. He has been in fine form, and at the same time, his father in the Presidents almost stole a surprise victory as well with a spectacular moving corner goal. But meanwhile, Tim showing fine youth form.
Great to see. Well, thank you very much for joining us for the stream. We'll be back soon for Game 2.